Hi everybody, welcome to the video section of our Launchmetrics Support Center. Today we're going to be covering the chart builder and how to do invitee seating. Hopefully you've had a chance to watch our other events videos regarding how to create an event, how to add invitees to an event, and how to send an events mailing template. This video is going to cover how to work our chart builder and how to seat our invitees. To start, we're going to go to seating and we're going to click on the chart builder. When I click on the chart builder, I have the ability to start from a brand new chart, or if I've used the same venue and I've already made a chart in the past and I've saved a seating template, I can start from a template and essentially just load in that previously used template. Today, we're going to start from a brand new template. So if I click Start a New Chart, we're going to make a simple seating chart. So if I click on this drop down, I have the ability to select my seating standard. So do I do section, row, and seat, A11? Is my section, row, seat, is it A? Is my row done by lettering? Or do I have section and just a seat number with no rows? And lastly, I can also do table seating. So we'll start off with doing A11. Groups and levels, so you would use this if you have a venue that has multiple floors. So if you have two floors that are both going to be using the same section letters, that would allow you to do that. By clicking Update, now I'm ready to start building my chart. So to do that, the first move is by clicking on the plus icon, and you have the ability to add either seats, a shape, or some text. So let's go ahead, let's make our sections first. So if I click on Seats, I can make section A. Let's have a row range of row 1 through row 5 and a seat range of 1 through 15. If I click on Create, you'll notice I also have the ability to do either even only seats or odd only seats, so I can create that. So now I have my section. I can drag that around by clicking on the little cross icon. And I'll make one more here. Section B. So now I have two 5-row sections, and now I'd be ready to make a runway, let's say. So to make my runway, I can click on the plus icon, click on my shape and my runway. I can name this, so if I want to call this runway, I can drag that out. Again, I can move this if I need. I can rotate this by clicking on that little curved icon and turn that however I need to. Now we can add some text. So if I click on the plus icon, my text, so maybe this is where I want to say, this is where the media riser goes. So by putting that text, I can mark where the photographers are going to be. So I can put that in there. And I can also maybe mark where the model entrance goes. Very simply, very easily, we just built a very basic runway chart. Now, if I made some mistakes, maybe I needed to edit a row, I can click on the 3 dots here and I can delete a row if I needed to. If I wanted to block out seats, so maybe I know that I have a sponsors have that back row, I can block seats out. So I have a lot of flexibility in what I can do in my chart builder. We're not necessarily going to talk about every single little thing that you can do in this video, but hopefully you have an idea of just the very basics. If you have any questions that maybe go outside of what we've shown here in the video, please feel free to reach out to our Launchmetrics support team. Let's take a quick look at how to do some table seating. So if I go and I click on Restart from a template, Restart, clear my chart. And you know what? We'll go ahead and we'll save this template. So we're going to call this runway venue. I'm going to save this template, and then I'm going to show everyone how to make a new chart. doing table seating. So if I click on table, I can update that. And now my table options, you have the ability to add one road sections only, but really the brunt of what you're going to be doing is the table seating. So if I click on table, I have the option to make either circular tables, lots of seats, or I can do a rectangular table. And I can pick how many seats are on each side of the table. So that's just a quick peek at table seating and how you can do that. I'm going to go ahead and now restart from a template to show you how that would work. So if I restart from a template, I can select the template that I had just made and saved called the runway venue. And then go ahead and update that. So now I'm back to that runway spot, so that runway chart. So I'm ready to go to my invitee seating. I'm ready to seat people. Note that you can't seat people from the chart builder, and then you can't add chart elements when you're in the invitee seating. So we're going to click on Go to Invitee Seating. On the left-hand side, you're going to see my invitees list. On the right-hand side, you're going to see my chart. By hovering my cursor over this line right here, I can open that up a little bit. By clicking on this gear icon, I can adjust my layout preferences. So personally, I like seeing the first and the last name in these first two columns. So if I click on the gear icon, this is where I can go ahead and rearrange my selected headers. And it allows me to just seat, I think, a little easier that way. We can also add search criteria. So I think this is a great resource. It allows me to add another thing to search by, such as RSVP status. And now what I can do, I can just search for my yes contacts. So that's going to be really helpful for you. So right now there's 19 people on my whole list. 5 people are RSVP yes. So I'm only going to seat my RSVP yes contacts. So that's really all I want to search for. To seat my invitees, it's very simple. I can click on the name and then click on the seat. I can click on the seat and then I can click on the name. I can click on the name, hold it, and then drag it. And then I can also click on the seat and then I can search for the name of the invitee. Now, you're going to notice that we are at a bird's eye angle, so I can't really see the name of who I have seated where unless I hover over. So by hovering over, I can see the name, but also if I click on the plus icon, I can zoom in and have a better idea of who's sitting where. I also, by using my options dropdown, I can edit my seat layout preferences. So full name, company title, maybe I also want to have the category in there. So by selecting category, now if I hover, I can see, my VIPs are all in this section. So that's exactly what I want, for example. Now, one of the options here that says show RSVP state, this is very important. If I show my RSVP state, now you're going to see a nice green line on top of all my names of my invitees. That means that these are yes, RSVP yes invitees. Now, if I search for no, and I just search a no, for example, or sorry, this is a pending, so we'll change that to no. You're going to see here that the contact has a red line there. So you never ever want people that are red to be seated because that means that they're a no. So I'm going to search pending once again. So now I get my pending. I'm going to click on a name and click on a seat, and you're going to see that gray pending line here. Now let's take a look at our colors here. So everyone's in orange, but if I hover over, you're going to see John Williams and Jennifer Smith, both in retail. And maybe I want to move Jennifer's seat. I can click on Jennifer's name and then click on the open seat. So what I'm also going to do here is I'm going to edit my colors. Put Derek over there. So now by editing my colors, I can assign my VIPs. I want my VIPs on my chart to be blue, and I want my retail, red for retail, I want them to be red. So by saving that, now what I can do is I'm going to have my VIPs are in one color, so I know that they're on one side of the chart, whereas my retails are gray, they're on another side of the chart. So that's just kind of a nice bird's eye way to see where you might have people in your chart, for example. Now I can also double seat, so if I click on Eddie, for example, and I double seat with Anna Wintour, if I click on the seat, I can do a couple things. I can either take the seat over, so Eddie would kick out Anna, or I can double seat my invitees, so I can mark them both within one specific seat for double seating. So double seating is definitely a great technique that is used, so you are definitely able to do that. No triple seating, unfortunately, but definitely you can double seat. Now I have the ability to print out this chart. So by clicking on the printer icon here, I can print as a full floor plan. So we know that teams will take files like this and they'll send it to a printing company. The printing company can get this, blown up to a larger size, and you can do seating this way. Feel free to do that. And if I increase my zoom level, it's still a little bit tiny, but at least I can have some idea of maybe who's sitting where if I do get this printed out for me. We also have the ability to print by section. So by clicking on sections, I can select, okay, I just want to print out section A. And that report's going to look like this. So if you do watch our video that we're going to have on event reports, you're going to learn more about our seating reports. But this would be a seating report for section A. And this is great for back of house teams that can reference this chart, take a look at the section in real life, and see if people are in their right seat. So hopefully this really helps in learning how to build a chart, select a chart from a template, and conduct invitee seating. We definitely invite you to watch all of our support center videos, including videos on how to create new events, add invitees, send events mailings, and run reports. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a great day.